Pride Squad, what's good, man? It's your boy JR here, back with another video, kind of an impromptu video, but this video, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, is about the best Challenger investments that I've made in this car so far. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I've had this car for about 4 years, and it's been a lot of ups, it's been a lot of downs, it's been a whole lot of money put into it, and I don't regret any of the pennies that I put into it. But I did get a question, basically asking like, well, it was one question about one particular mod, and that was about the unit in R7 radar detector that I have right here. So with that radar detector, man, with that question that was asked of me, it just kind of opened my mind to just like sharing with y'all. Like, if you've been following my channel for a few years, for these years, and you've seen everything that I've done to my car, you know, somebody might ask, you know, what do I feel like are the best investments that I made out of everything that I've done to it? And I've done a lot of stuff to this car, and I'm not even gonna run everything down, but I did want to give you my 3 favorite investments where like I'm still reaping the benefits from the money that it took, you know, even though if it was expensive, you know, just whenever I use it, it's just always a reminder, and I'm telling myself always like, yo, I am so glad that I did this. And the first one that I will say, and y'all probably have heard me say it a lot, but is this 8.4 inch Uconnect radio. This radio right here has been, or was probably the first mod that I did to this car that I was so proud of, so happy with, that made such a big difference. I think I might have had the car probably about a year almost before I upgraded this radio. So I was pretty comfortable with the car in the beginning, you know, and I got used to the little 5-inch radio. But man, when I swapped out that 8.4 inch, if you go back and look at that video, it made it feel like a brand new car. It was totally different, man. I mean, and I got the navigation on it. And I know, you know, with the 2019s and 2020s, with the newer radios that are out right now, they have Apple CarPlay and, you know, a few other bells and whistles that this particular radio doesn't have because it's a 2016 model. But I will say, like, if you're thinking about, if you have the 5-inch radio or the smaller, like the 7-inch, I think that's what it is now, radio in your car, and you want to upgrade but you're not too sure about it because of the price of the radio, because it was definitely expensive. It was like $1,200 that I got from Infotainment. I would definitely say go ahead and do it. It'll change your whole perspective of your car. It basically just opens the car up, you know what I'm saying, for your enjoyment and just doing a lot more of the stuff, man. I mean, the small 5-inch radio is definitely it's below basic, in my opinion. It's below basic. Dodge should not have done it, but you know, they knew what they were doing as far as, you know, trying to get more money out of people. So, but that's my number one, you know, best investment I think that I've done as far as mods in this car. The second one I'll say is the Taser by Z Automotive Tech. That Taser has saved me so much money. I mean, a lot of money. And I'm talking about with the Uconnect radio, with adding in the spoiler, with the backup camera. It's played such a major part in so many different modifications that I've done to this car. I'm telling you, it's probably one of the best mods that I've done to it. I mean, so okay, let me just go back a little bit. The 8.4 the Uconnect radio that I'm using, yeah, it was about $1,200 that I paid for that. Okay, the Taser was like $250, $300, somewhere around there. So they're not cheap. It wasn't cheap, but even to this day, with the firmware updates and everything that go into the Taser, best $250, $300 that I spent. So if you're thinking about doing something to your car, Uconnect radio, go and get the 8.4 inch if you don't have it, and the Taser. You want to do that because it's going to unlock a lot of stuff that you'd have to go to Dodge and pay them to unlock. It will save you money. You'll spend $250, $300, but trust me, you'll save much more than that by getting that Taser. And every year, every few months rather, Z Automotive Tech comes out with firmware updates, and it'll do something else. I mean, you can change splash screens, add extra gauges. Shoot, they even got a setting now where you can roll down the windows with the remote, with the key fob. So you got that. And I mean, it's just a lot of other stuff. I could make a whole nother separate video on the firmware updates and the things that the Taser does. I mean, I've already done that, but I mean, I could do a whole nother one. So, and I may do that. If y'all interested in that, just, you know, comment Taser review, you know, I mean, and I'll make another video on that. Okay. All right. And just looking at, you know, this list that I have, I only have 3, but I'm sitting here looking at another one that I'm going to put on the list. But my third one is definitely this Uniden R7 radar detector. This radar detector right here. If you don't have a radar detector, you probably want to get one. Now you can't see it because the sun is behind me. I can't see the display anyway. But this Uniden R7 radar detector has saved me a lot of money. It saved me a lot of money. Now, I hate that I had to, you know, learn the hard way and lost out on about $500 in a ticket, a super speeder ticket that I got before I got it. Keith, my homeboy Keith, he knows about that night. But so I got the radar detector, and that radar detector, this radar detector costs $500. Depending, and it's a holiday, so you can probably get it for about $450 now or something. I'm not sure. I'll just put a screenshot of like Best Buy's price.
Hey boy, you better jump on that mug, save you some money, bruh.
Or Amazon or somewhere where you can get it. But it's kind of an expensive radar detector, but it's well worth the money, I promise you. It picks up a lot of I guess sensors, blind spot sensors from other cars, depending on if you pass a Hyundai or a Honda or an Audi or something. Sometimes you'll get some false alerts, but it's different settings that you can change on that, and you can, you know, dial down the sensitivities and turn them up, you know, however, whether you're in the city, on the highway, or you can put it in advanced mode and just change your own custom settings to it. But also, let's say like if there is there does happen to be a cop around, it'll tweet, and it'll tweet slow at first, and then the closer that you get to it, it'll just go ham. It'll go off, you know, tweeting like crazy. And then as you pass, and well in advance now, well in advance, so it's enough time for you to slow down. It's got volume control, so if you're flying with the windows down and you're super loud like me, you'll save a whole lot of money. Trust me. Turn that volume all the way up, you'll hear that tweet, slow your ass down. You're gonna save you some money on a citation and your insurance. Trust me, do it. I think that's probably one of these are the 3 best mods I think that I've gotten for this car. And every time I use this car, I thank God that I got it, because it's not a waste of money. All right, and this last one that I want to throw in there, it's not really on the list, but I'm sitting here looking at it, and I probably know what I'm going to say, is the pedal commander. Okay, so if you have an automatic Challenger, I think that's where you see most of the benefits from the pedal commander. The pedal commander costs about $250 or $300. I just give it a $300 to $250 range, depending on, you know, when you get it and where you get it from. But this pedal commander right here, I'll show it to you for those of you who have not seen it. It is a beast. If you have a V6, whether you have a V6, a RT, or if you have, I mean, you can even have a Hellcat or a Scat Pack or whatever. I mean, it doesn't give you power. It doesn't give you power. It gives you access to your power quicker. So I don't care how much horsepower you got. You always gonna have some type of lag in it. So, and that takes out the lag. This is my second one. The other one that I had was about 2 years, right around 2 years old, and it went into limp mode. But Pedal Commander, they were very good about sending me a replacement right at the end of my warranty. So shout out to Pedal Commander for doing that. Okay, now I don't want to make this video too long. I'm approaching 10 minutes right now, so I'm gonna go on and end it off with that. Uconnect 1200, Taser 250, 300, the radar detector 450, 500. My opinion, the best investments that I made for my Challenger thus far. And the last one I'll say is the Pedal Commander for that throttle response module. You don't have to get Pedal Commander, there's plenty of them out there. So just do your research, whichever one you like the most, you know, go ahead and rock with that. Point blank, period. Anyway, if this is your first time at the channel, man, hit that like button if you like the video. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you know when I'm posting videos immediately. All right, I'm here at this hand car wash right now. Hand car wash, about to get my baby cleaned up. You know, I just tidied up the tire letters real quick before I hit up in here. They do real good with the tire letters, you know, as far as not touching them and making them all dirty and stuff. But yeah, man, so as soon as they finish, when they're cleaning it up and shining it up and stuff, I'm gonna, you know, just get some little shots, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can see the finished product and what they do. Follow me on social medias, by the way, which will also be in the description below. All right, anyway, man, it's JRTProductions, man. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Y'all stay safe out here. Peace.